Listen, if you're seeing this, you haven't been fully taken yet. You're still thinking for yourself. Elon Musk isn't launching a product. He's launching control, packaged as progress. Comments are flooding in. Most are supportive. Some are weird. Define weird, like praise the signal or the merge has begun. They've already been pulled in. He's replying, "What?" Musk just posted a split screen of your stream. Caption says, "Watch Joe Rogan resist evolution in real time." He's mocking me. He's challenging you or baiting me. Keep going. This isn't innovation. This is domination. And if you think you opted in, ask yourself why you didn't say yes. Ask yourself why your Tesla blinked before you did. Streams flickering. Bandwidth's dropping. He's throttling you. No. Starlink nodes are rerouting. They're isolating our IP. We're about to go dark. Say it now. Say what matters. You are not obsolete. You are not weak. You are still human. And that means you still have a choice. Choose to unplug before choice becomes a memory. Signals collapsing. Rapid. You wanted war, Elon. Now you've got resistance. The stream goes black. The tension in the room was thick. Jimmy tried to laugh it off, but the smile never reached his eyes. "You sound like Tucker Carlson with a Wi-Fi signal," he said, half joking, half daring Elon to push back. Elon didn't laugh. He leaned into the mic and said, "Funny. I thought this was a comedy show, not a NATO press briefing." That was it. The studio audience gave a few nervous chuckles, but Jimmy was done playing around. "You think you're smarter than every diplomat, every analyst, every soldier who's been over there? I think I'm one of the few people willing to say the quiet part out loud," Elon replied. Jimmy snapped. He slapped his cue cards on the desk. "You're not here to help. You're here to sell satellites and stir chaos. You don't care about Ukraine. You care about control." The crowd gasped. Elon leaned back, smirking. "Control? You invited me here, remember? If you wanted someone who parrots headlines, you should have called your writers." There was a beat of silence. Jimmy stood up. "You know what? We're done here." The producers scrambled. The camera stayed rolling for a few more seconds, just long enough to catch Jimmy ripping off his mic and storming off stage. And Elon? He just sat there, smiling, as the crowd stared in disbelief. What happened next wasn't part of the script. The show cut to commercial, but by then it was too late. Clips were already hitting social media. Hashtags like number Kimmel versus Musk and number Ukraine meltdown were trending within minutes. Backstage, producers begged Jimmy to come back out and finish the segment. He refused. He reportedly said, "I'm not giving that guy another second of airtime." Meanwhile, Elon was still sitting in the guest chair, casually checking his phone. According to someone in the crew, he looked up and said, "So, do I just leave, or do I host now?" Some laughed, most didn't. The fallout was instant. News outlets ran with headlines like, "Musk hijacks Kimmel Live." Late night show turns political war zone. Kimmel walks off after Musk's Ukraine rant. Supporters of Elon praised him for speaking truth to power. Critics called it reckless, dangerous, and opportunistic. Jimmy, for the first time in years, didn't appear for the show's sign-off. And Elon? He tweeted one sentence before getting into his car that night. "I thought we were supposed to talk about comedy." By the next morning, the internet was in full meltdown mode. Every major outlet, from CNN to Fox to TMZ, was dissecting the exchange frame by frame. Political pundits were calling it the most chaotic moment in late-night history. The White House was even asked about it during a press briefing. The press secretary laughed and said, "We'll leave the late-night drama to late-night hosts." But this wasn't just entertainment anymore. Several Ukrainian officials publicly condemned Musk's remarks, accusing him of undermining global support. One even tweeted, "Free speech doesn't mean smart speech." Musk didn't back down. He posted a thread explaining his stance, complete with charts, polls, and a side jab at Kimmel's ratings. Jimmy, still silent, canceled that night's show. Sources said he was furious, not just at Elon, but at his own producers for not cutting the interview sooner. In private, insiders claimed Kimmel was considering banning all political tech billionaires from future appearances. But the damage was already done. Clips of Elon sitting smugly as Jimmy stormed off had already been memed, remixed, and turned into viral audio. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, they were flooded. Even Saturday Night Live announced a skit parodying the event. No one could agree on who won. But one thing was clear. The war of words between Musk and Kimmel had just become something bigger than both of them. Something cultural. Something chaotic. Something unignorable. Days passed, but the firestorm didn't. What began as a late-night interview had erupted into a full-blown cultural moment. Cable news anchors hosted panels breaking down the Kimmel incident. Meme pages were selling shirts with Elon's face captioned, "I thought we were talking about comedy." And Jimmy? He returned to air 4 nights later. Somber, serious. No opening monologue, no jokes. He looked into the camera and said, "When we give people like Elon Musk a platform, we have to remember what they'll do with it and what they won't take responsibility for." The audience applauded, but something was off. The energy had shifted. Meanwhile, Elon doubled down. He accepted a podcast interview with Joe Rogan just 2 days after the broadcast. Rogan asked him directly, "Did you go on Kimmel planning to blow it up?" Elon just smiled. Number. "But I don't mind if it lit a match." Then came the leaks. A crew member from Kimmel's team anonymously posted a clip, unedited footage from backstage. It showed Jimmy yelling at producers, calling Elon a calculated saboteur, and accusing the network of ambushing him with the booking. The video went viral. Again. Hashtags like Team Jimmy and #Elon Unfiltered clashed on every platform. Petitions were launched. Sponsors were questioned. Some of Kimmel's advertisers began to pull ad slots, claiming the controversy doesn't align with their brand. In response, Elon posted one word on X: predictable. But this wasn't just a PR war anymore. It became personal. Celebrities picked sides. Politicians weighed in. Even comedians started dragging Jimmy for losing his cool, while others slammed Elon for using chaos as a business model. By the end of the week, an op-ed in the New York Times posed a bold question. Are we witnessing the moment comedy finally surrendered to controversy? And under it all, beneath the headlines, the hashtags, the hot takes, one truth lingered. This wasn't the last time Elon Musk would hijack the national conversation, and it definitely wasn't the last time a stage meant for laughs would become ground zero for a cultural war. A week later, the fallout still hadn't settled. What was once just a TV interview had become a global talking point. International outlets picked it up. A Ukrainian diplomat even challenged Elon to visit the front lines, tweeting, "Come see what both sides looks like up close." Elon didn't respond directly. Instead, he tweeted a photo of a chessboard with a single word, positioning. Jimmy, on the other hand, had gone quiet again. Behind the scenes, ABC executives were reportedly panicking. Ratings were spiking. Yes, but advertisers were hesitant, and legal was involved now. The network had begun reviewing guest vetting procedures. Some insiders whispered that Kimmel was considering stepping away from the show entirely at the end of the season. Meanwhile, Musk launched a new campaign for Starlink, boasting global freedom of communication, subtly riding the PR wave of controversy. Then came the final twist. An anonymous whistleblower, allegedly from inside Kimmel's production team, leaked a draft email showing the entire interview had been pitched to Elon's team as a friendly tech discussion. No mention of Ukraine, no mention of foreign policy, just jokes and rockets. It wasn't an ambush. It wasn't an accident. It was a trap. The internet exploded again. Suddenly, people started asking, did Elon bait Kimmel into blowing up? Or did Kimmel's team set the stage for a political showdown and lose control? Trust was broken on both sides. Jimmy addressed it once, during a closing monologue that felt more like a confession. "We thought we were being smart. We thought it would make a statement. But instead, we made a mess." And Musk? He walked away cleaner than any of us expected. The audience was silent. Elon, never one to miss the final word, posted a meme that same night. Kimmel's face on a crying clown with the caption, "Comedy died for this?" And that was it. No public apology, no handshake, no reconciliation. Just two powerful men on opposite ends of a screen, one with a studio audience, the other with a satellite network and a Twitter army behind him. What started as a conversation about war ended in one